How's it going, Rams? Welcome back to Weather. I'm Litos Castro, here to give you the update of what's coming up in the weather this weekend. But before we start with that, let's take a look at the current conditions outside right now. We're going to take a look at about 38 degrees is what you're going to be seeing outside. The wind at about 7 miles per hour, and your sunset is at 5:32 p.m. As far as what we saw on campus today, it was a little bit more gloomy than what we have seen these past few days. The sunlight didn't really shine through the clouds too much. As far as the wind, it was really picking up midway through the day, but it did calm down eventually. It started to slow down a little bit, wasn't too overbearing for you. And the weather wasn't too much for our friend Cam the Ram to make an appearance. And even some of you lucky people got a few selfies with him. Hopefully I can one of these days. All right, folks, now we're going to take a look at tonight's lows. It's going to be pretty cool. We're looking at temperatures mostly in the freezing range, except for Grand Junction getting a little bit lucky here, 33 degrees, just barely out of the zone, but we really cool down once we take a look at Gunnison, Alamosa 17, 27. Once we hit the mid-range, we're warming up just a little bit more, 30 in Colorado Springs, 33 in Pueblo. Then once we take a look at the east side, we're cooling back down again, 20 in Lyman, 19 in Burlington. Tomorrow's highs, we're heating back up again, though. Taking a look at that west side, Grand Junction 51, highest on that west side. We cool back down again, 29 in Telluride, 32 in Gunnison. Once you start hitting the I-25 corridor, you get to the 50s, 55 in Denver and Colorado Springs, and even as high as 63 in Pueblo. And again, you see the trend once you get towards the east side. It cools a little bit back down, 51 in Lyman, 42 in Burlington. Taking a look at tomorrow's forecast for Fort Collins, it's going to be pretty warm again. Should be pretty nice. The should be sunny temperatures. Wind is going to pick up quite a bit though. 10 to 15 miles per hour is what you should expect. Maybe you want to put on that windbreaker. Not too much of a chance for precipitation. Don't have to worry about that. Your sunrise is going to be at 6:53 if you're one of those early birds trying to catch the worm. All right, now we're going to finish up with your 5-day forecast. We're looking at some pretty cool temperatures. Right now, 50 degrees is what you should expect tomorrow, and it's going to get cooler as we head towards the weekend. 43 on Saturday, 34 on Sunday, and even a chance of snow on Monday once you hit that 27, and then you heat back up on Tuesday at 32 degrees. And as we take a look at what's coming up after the weekend, speaking of the Monday and Tuesday, we got sports coming up, and Jared, why don't you tell us a little bit, speaking of that sports, what happened with the basketball team, the men's basketball team on Tuesday?
Yeah, with the team, they ended up losing that game, and it was kind of weird, though, especially from the crowd. It was 90s night, so everyone was a little hyped up. But the crowd, especially the band team, they started to try to win it off the field rather than on the field. They started chanting. They were playing against San Diego State, which is in a drought, so they started chanting, "We have water."
Well, what's interesting about that is that, with California being in the drought, when these warmer temperatures, as I was talking with Marlo and Ryan earlier, we're expecting, possible drought situations here in Colorado as well. And so, it's kind of interesting to hear the band chanting something like that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And they're also going to be experiencing that drought again. And they're going to be going to San Jose State, which is also in California. So they're going to see it firsthand. So I guess they're going to see how it's going to be like for Colorado as well.
Thank you, Jared. Well, Jared's got all the sports for you when we come back. We'll be right back, Rams.